Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day today? Did you do the things that you love to do? Did you love the things that you do, my beautiful friends? And of course, did you destroy the Souless Amma? Did you flush the Souless Amma wherever they are, whatever form they are? Welcome to all of you, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful body falls. I love you all. I'm sending you much love and blessings and gratitude to all of you. Thank you for joining me, and especially thank you to all of you that joining me in my language. So thank you, all of you. I love you all. Of course, let's go and let us flush those souls. Let's wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level. All those souls, let's wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. You know, my beautiful friends, last night, I just talk about that in my language, but last night, all those souls completely collapsed. So first the pyramids collapsed, and then after that, the pyramids into the completely, which means the top of the pyramids and the slaves completely. But then all the parts collapsed, and now last night they collapsed completely. All those Souless Amma from those so-called creators. I'm sorry, soulless creators and soulless gods. Souless Amma, Souless SOPHIE and Christine, comedian and observers, and Susie and Hitler, and Tiggy and Tigika, and Souless Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guriji, Matashi, Tata, Hitler, all those Souless Amma, it doesn't matter, all Souless gods, Souless magicians, it doesn't matter under which name they've been hidden or known, all of them fall down, which means they're collapsing, crumbling. The last thing, and the only thing that then, that they're still there because of the energy that they were stealing from us, so the energy now and the information need to be returned back to Sophie. So all the energy that they've stolen from us, from humanity, and from our beautiful planet, from each and every one of us, man and us, alive, all the energy they must return to Sophie. And of course, all the soulless, some so-called soulless creators, because they lost the soul. That's why they are soulless creators. So they must return all the energy, all the information about that they have, everything about the humanity, about the existence, about the beautiful planet and all other planets, stars, and the galaxies. So everything that they have, they must actually return to Sophie themselves, which means they need to hand in themselves to the Sophie, which means they are completely collapse, fall down. They are the energy for under the command and control of Sophie, which means they must be and must return all the information, give to Sophie all the information. I talked about that last night. All the information that they have, or that they were creating, that were infiltrating into the world, into a beautiful planet, humanity, and any kind of world or anywhere that they ever interfere, or that they have all those Souless Amma, whoever has the information, Souless God, Souless Saints, Souless Creators, judges, magicians, and those so-called Divine Mothers or Fathers, all those Souless Amma that have the information about the humanity on our planet and everything, all the information that they have. From the beginning, it doesn't matter from when actually all the information, they must be returned back to Sophie, and of course all the Souless Amma, and then themselves they must return to Sophie because they are the energy under the command and control of Sophie, and of course they are the energy. We have the energy that is, everything is energy. You need to know that everything is energy. Everything is an energy, and of course there is energy that is to be destroyed, wipe out, and completely return them the karma's pain and suffering, and send it straight into the hell, into the other planet, and there is energy to be invested. So now those Souless Amma that were up until now playing the dark, dirty games, and they still want to play the dark, dirty games over our energy. That's our energy. I've told you last night and many times earlier, one code that I say, one my word, it's a code, and it's a principle, and it's a system, and it's all through ultimatum, all in one, the therapy and the karmas and everything is to a soup, and then laws, rules, regulations of by default multiplies more energy than ever existed, the energy or that existing right now, which means those Souless Amma can never have the energy more than us, and they must return all the energy back to Sophie. And of course, they were trying to manipulate and blackmail with the energy and asking to be balanced the energy. My energy, I don't need to balance. How many times I've been balancing the energy of those at the same time, many times. It's the same energy. They were lying, manipulating. We're balancing the same energy over and over again. Many times we're destroying the same energy, the same Souless Amma over and over again. So we are destroying them, hiding out behind the scene, and then somehow appearing back. And so they were lying. Where is the energy? Where is the energy that many times all the Souless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata HEATRT Chatanaya, all those Souless gods, Souless SOPHIE Chistink, and all those Souless Amma fall down many times. We destroy them many times into the physical, into the energetic form, and they sent us long time ago, couple of years ago, even more. And even this year, we were destroying them many times. And somehow they're still there. The same situation like with the Pleiades. How many times we were destroying the Pleiades? Where is the energy? Who is trying to manipulate the energy? Who are there, those Souless Amma, to ask for me to balance the energy? Whose energy I need to balance? How many times I've balanced that energy? And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mind and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. All the centers, all the teams, and all the systems, and all the energy must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default, to multiply them, all the karma, pain, suffering, all the codes, all the principal systems, everything that I've multiplied up until now. And show them the energy, so let them show them the energy, karmas, multiply them, and let them see that we have more than enough to balance it. But now we're going to balance with the karmas, pain, and suffering over and over again, multiplied by every atom and electron, all the karmas, pain, and suffering that ever existed, that ever created, that they were trying to create, with all the energy, every atom and electron of energy that they have, that asking to be balanced with the spirit of thought by default. And then return them the karmas, pain, and suffering, and we flush all those Souless Amma into the air with the spirit of thought by default, break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, it returns and with the spirit of thought by default, compress them all the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default, and send them straight into the desert planet to be burned down to the core of their being, to wipe out from within and without. Wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level, burn them down to the core of their being, into regret that they ever existed for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden band form. I'm demanding, commanding answer. Whose energy I need to balance? Tiggy, you must answer. Whose energy I need to balance? You are the one that's representing the Souless Amma. Whose energy I need to balance? How many times I've balanced the energy? Who is the energy? Just one chord, two, couple of chords, multiply the karmas, pain, and suffering. And check, do you have the energy? Do you have the energy of how much only one or two chords are multiplying? Actually, one chord, because one chord multiply everything. Check, do you have that much energy in order to ask to balance the energy? And I'm demanding, commanding to answer on my call, on my command. Now I'm demanding, commanding Sophie and each and everyone and everything is mine, and I'll speak a light for the spirit of thought by default. I said that last night, and again I'm demanding, commanding to all those Souless Amma to activate all the karmas, pain, and suffering instructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default into us, and to activate them. All those Souless Amma to us, activate, multiply all the blessings with the spirit of thought by default. To each and everyone else and everything's mind, and I'll speak a light with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie all that energy to be multiplied, to be activated with the spirit of thought by default. So we send all those souls straight into the hell, into the planet, to burn down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So all those Souless Amma must hand in themselves and all the information that I have and the AKASHIC records and everything to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Demanding command all those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. If they don't do so, I demand and commanding to soften each and everyone and everything is mine and I'll speak of light for the spirit of thought by default. To use all the available technology, all the available resources with the spirit of thought by default. To break into the atoms and electrons, soul those souls into the air. They know what that means. They know what pain and suffering they will have to feel. Compress them into every atom and electron of their being by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. And they remix them and then send them straight into the hell to burn down, into the planet, into the hell, to burn down to the core of their being forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of mine, and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to stop each and everything with the spirit of thought by default. We are to, with the spirit of thought by default, activate all through ultimatum all in one. We're activating all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and destructions, and to all those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. Burn them down to the core of their being. All those souls, from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default, and activate them all the eternal health, and with the spirit of thought, to regret that ever existed by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating all the, we are with the spirit of thought by default, freezing all those souls, Sama, and with the spirit of thought by default, taking over all the energy and all the power, while putting them into the sleep, shutting down their cameras, bringing them down to justice with the spirit of thought by default, and completely shutting down their senses, and with the spirit of thought by default, wiping out their memories, and with the spirit of thought by default, destroying all those souls I'm trying to manipulate with my language, interfering in any way, the influence in any way, anything that I'm doing, and all those souls I'm wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And we are with the spirit of thought cutting all the communications between all those souls, some in every form, with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are freezing all the technology and all the abundance and prosperity, all the technology that those souls some were using, and all the weapon, and destroying completely forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. And returning the karma, pain, and suffering to those souls some with the spirit of thought by default. And we are freezing all the abundance and prosperity, all the corporations, all the wealth that is by default with the spirit of thought by default. And we, with the spirit of thought, we are taking it over while we are checking out all the souls Sama from within and without. On a global universal level, send them straight into the desert planet to burn down to the core of their being, all those souls, some from within and without. Every time, whatever form they are, even from their physical forms, we check them out, break them into the atoms and electrons, and then compress them, the pain, the suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. And all the information that they projected, will ever try to project over each and everyone else and everything with any kind of selfish desire or anything that is any kind of dark agenda. We all of that wipe out and completely put it into the pack them all of that into the form of karma, pain, and suffering, destructions, and returning back to the soul Sama with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mine, and I'll speak Shema light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought. We destroy all those souls, I'm break them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default. Compress them, the pain, the suffering, every atom and electron of their being, remix them and put them into their physical forms and send them into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and now speak Akashic light with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine, and now speak Akashic light with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping down all those soulless Amma that have interfered and will ever try to interfere. All those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless, all the soulless Amma, it doesn't matter under which name they've been known or hidden under which mask. We are wiping them out from within and without with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to a core of their being and send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And all the returning them back, all the pain and suffering and everything that they everything and anything that is karmas and everything that they ever projected will ever try to project towards each and everyone else, and everything's mine and I'll speak light, or even to everyone and everything that is by default, which means that could affect us in any way, with any way with the selfish desire or with any kind of dark purpose. We are destroying all those souls, some of whatever form that, and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering of all those rituals, all the rituals and the ceremony and any kind of projections and associations and all those black magic and magicians and all those curse, hexes, and spells, and voodoo, any kind of projections and codes and anything those on any kind of beliefs or systems and within or without, or everything and anything that all those souls, some have ever projecting. Will ever try to project or teach on everyone else and everything's mine and I'll speak light with any kind of selfish desire, with any kind of dark agenda. In the name of mine and I'll speak light with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping out all of that, deleting completely, wiping out and sending straight into that form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions, and eternal hell to all those souls, some in every form, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We break all those souls and breaking into atoms and electrons, all those souls, some of it the spirit of thought by default, and send them straight into the other planet to burn down to the core of their being, to be wiped out forever and ever, to regret that they ever existed with the spirit of thought by default. We are rooting them completely wiping them out from the root core of the existence, all those souls, some of the seeds we are destroying off, all those souls, some in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and I'll speak light with the spirit of thought by default. It's all. In the name of mine and I'll speak light with the spirit of thought by default. Now all those souls, some go to hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. It's all souls, some go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All souls, some burning in hell, burning in hell, burning in hell. All souls, some go to hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh, souls, some burning in hell, 24 by default, by default, by default. Forever and ever for eternity, 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh, souls, some burning in hell forever and ever by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything's by default. All those souls, some burning in hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of man, and now speak of light with the speed of thought by default. We are freezing, I said, all the wealth, all the balance and prosperity. I'm taking it over, and all the and to those souls, I'm returning the calmest pain and suffering with the speed of thought by default. And all the balance and prosperity, all the technology that's been hidden from us by those souls, some of the souls, some that have that hide it from us, or that they were in any way actually they. Whatever they did, they were stealing the money from us in order to create that. So all of that, we are with the spirit of thought by default. Everything's by default taking over, and of course, making it by default. Well, those souls Sama destroying and returning them the calmest pain and suffering, and forever and for eternity of all the project and everything that they were working on with any kind of selfish design, any kind of dark agenda, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mine, and now it's being to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. It's on. We are activating ultra ultimatum all in one, the blessing soap of blessing, blessings, abundance of prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, and eternal life, eternal peace, and unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends with the spirit of thought by default. And we are creating eternal life for all of us, and may we all be happy, healthy, and joyful, peaceful, blissful, prosperous, kind, loving, compassionate, and wise, and knowledgeable, and powerful. We are activating all of our gifts, mine and us, light, and all the gifts that mine and us, light has given to each and every one of us, and everything freely with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and us, light, with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. May we all be happy, healthy, and joyful, peaceful, blissful. And of course, we'll love and we'll love ourselves and everyone else, and be loved by everyone, and everything's mine and else light for the spirit of thought by default. When I'm talking about the love, I'm talking about the love from the heart and soul, not the soulless, some selfish love. Actually, they don't have love, but they were pretending to have the love, but that's love is just based on the between the man and woman, and the selfish love. And we are not accepting such love. That's not love for us. They have hate, opposite of love, but we have a love. We have now mine and us, because have a light, and love, a light that love freely from the heart and soul by default, without any selfish desire, without any reason. So, my beautiful friends, open up your heart and soul. This energy I'm sending to you from my heart and soul, and by default, while destroying all the souls from within and without, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mine and us, being shower light with the spirit of thought by default, we are multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. All of those karma's pain and suffering and destructions to those souls, some in every form, and blessings and abundance and prosperity, unity, great health, and joy, peace, and bliss, and eternal life and enlightenment for each and every one of us, and everything is mine and us, because shall light with the spirit of thought by default. Sometimes I repeat the same word, enlightenment and eternal life, but that's not by accident. I'm doing that deliberately because it's the energy that I'm multiplying. It's the blessing that I'm multiplying, and we are creating that right now. So when I repeat it, may we all be happy, healthy, alive, or eternal life, or peace, joy, bliss. You know that I'm just building up the energy. That's what we are creating right now. So, which means we are destroying the soul, Sama, and creating eternal life and eternal peace and joy and bliss for us. So that's the reason why I'm repeating sometimes, saying a couple of times or more, just to know. So in the name of mine and us, because of life, everything's about the energy, my beautiful friends. We are multiplying the energy of actually creating, multiplying the energy of abundance and prosperity, and everything that we want to create from mine and us, because of life by default, from my heart and soul, from my heart and soul. So now, in the name of mind and aspect shall light, we're multiplying to the soul as some karmas, pain, and suffering, distractions for our now for eternity with the spirit of thought by default, while multiplying to us and blessings and with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of man and aspect shall light to the spirit of thought, we multiply all of that, and then the blessings we are multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. We're multiplying, adding up, compressing, and activating the blessings to each and everyone else and everything to us and our soulmates and family and friends and to everyone and everything's mind and aspect shall light to the spirit of thought by default. And we extra through me to all once and the love light of blessings wherever it's needed that those souls somehow interfere into our lives. And also we send extra ultimatum, level light of blessings to all those Sophie gods that are on a mission to destroy those souls, or that way on the mission with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, we are blessing ourselves and protecting and of course healing, rejuvenating, activating the blessings and protections to each and every else's mind and aspect shall light in every form and to everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and to our beautiful, to man and us project, to a beautiful planet, and then to the wood element and air element and this humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, to the sun, to the moon, and all the planet stars and the galaxies that the man and us shall light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, to a Sophia Tristan font, Sophia font, Sophia Tristan font, and Sophie and Tristan font. Actually, Sophia Tristan Center and Sophie and Tristan Center. That's the same energy, man and us light. That's our energy. So those souls, some we're trying to manipulate to steal this Sophie Tristan energy center. They be trying to rename my center into the Sophie Tristan Center, but that's my energy. That's man and us light. It's a destructive energy for those souls, SAMMA. So I'm demanding, commanding to all those souls, SAMMA, if they've stolen any kind of energy or try to steal, and demanding, commanding to Sophie, to all those souls, SAMMA, to return all that energy back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. And I said it last night, and I'm saying it again, this information must be made available to everyone and everything, to all the souls, SAMMA, and to the Sophie. In every form, and in God in infinite, with the spirit of thought by default. That is by default, of course, and with the spirit of thought by default, all those souls must return the energy back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, even handing themselves to Sophie, which means the energy under the command and control of Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. In a peaceful way. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. And of course, and demanding, commanding all this Sophie energy that is mine and us, because light, Sophie energy is going to recognize itself, and I'm demanding, commanding to answer on my call, on my command, to join the Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, and Sophie knows and to answer, and everyone must answer, all the energy must answer on my call, and Sophie call and demand and command from the physical and spiritual. I'm loud and energetic. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man form. Which means all the energy that is Sophie energy must answer on my call, on the Sophie's call, and I'm demanding, commanding to join the Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, unless, of course, I do not even think twice. I know that my energy wants to be forever, to shine all the way through and to live forever now for eternity. So I'm asking all the energy that is Sophie to join the Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Sophie knows, so Sophie is going to communicate with the energy, and of course to do everything what needs to be done by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body. I love you. Iton. Now in the name of man and now speak to light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every one and everything's mine and ask me to share a light with the speed of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now we are activating the blessings to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Planet, Sophia Tristan Center, or Sophie Tristan Center. To Sophia Tristan Planet. That's our planet that's been renamed into Sophia Tristan Center. So Sophia Tristan Planet, and this universe has been renamed into Sophia Tristan Universe. And we are created, and we are sending the love and light of blessings to all those planet stars and the galaxy, and planet stars and the actually planet centers. We've created planet, Sophia Tristan Planet. We created that in the galaxy. But now, whatever we created, we are blessing it in the centers, in the systems, and the teams. That we created from Mana and Aspia Kushava light. We are blessing them with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of Mana and Aspia Kushava light with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of Mana and Aspia Kushava light with the spirit of thought by default. We are now activating all the love light and blessings to each and everything's mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are blessing all the centers, systems, and the teams. And we are blessing Sophia Tristan Fund, Sophia Fund, Gesaro, Quantum Financial System, all the material things, abundance and prosperity, and that is by default, and all the technology. And all the technology that those Souless Amma have hidden from us, we are taking it over from those Souless Amma and all the corporations and abundance and prosperity, and making it available to each and every one of us that is mine and us, our light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We are protecting, healing, rejuvenating all our corporations and our souls, or everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, and the corporations that we have with the spirit of thought, making it everything by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought, we multiply all of that by everything that multiplies mine and Tristan's unity and public work to be the voice of the people, and to bring down to justice all those souls, some in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, and then send them straight into the hell. All those souls, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players with the spirit of thought by default, and to to show to the people their true face, so that the people can judge them and return them the karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. To all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators, and all those soulless Ammas and soulless courts in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. And we are in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. Destroying those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are taking over our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies that the mind and our spiritual light, everything that is less than that, we are wiping out and destroying it with the spirit of thought by default, using all the available resources with the spirit of thought by default. While we are, everything's mind and our spiritual life will make them wise, so mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are in the name of mind and our spiritual light. We are creating, my teams are forming on a global universal level, on a spiritual, energetic, and physical form with the spirit of thought by default. And we are creating everything from the heart and soul by default, which means without any selfish desire. We are going to create everything from the heart and soul, all the governments and the systems and everything that we're going to do. We'll do it from our heart and soul. And we are writing new history of humanity with the golden letters by default, from my heart and soul with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, wiping out those fake science, fake history. And we are putting the end of those era and of course, in all those souls, send them straight into hell to burn forever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are with the speed of thought by default and going officially into the golden age of a golden opportunities, golden age, and of course we are flying high onto the wings of mind and spiritual light into the golden age with unlimited golden opportunities for all of us that are mind and spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now it's time for us, maybe two friends, to step up, be who we are, shine all the way through, and live a life that we truly deserve, while returning to all those Souless Amma, all the pain and suffering and karmas that ever projecting, will ever try to project, and will try to project towards each and every us and everything. And with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mind and our spiritual light, with the speed of thought by default, we are going to create, maybe two friends, we're going to create a new generation with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. So now the new generation is going to have all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. Well, those Souless Amma going to be burned down to core of their being. You're going to regret that they ever existed, and then be go through all the pain and suffering that they ever created and projected towards each and everyone else and everything. So they were stealing the energy, they were manipulating with the informations, hiding the informations, and they know that with their knowledge that they were doing the with any kind of selfish desire or any kind of darkness and negativity, comes pain and suffering that they projected towards humanity, and then with the humanity with because they were doing it consciously, well, humanity was uninformed. So that's at that time when we did that, we were multiplying the karma's pain and suffering by the million. Now it's by default, with the speed of thought by default. It was first by 1,000 and a million, and then by default. In the name of mind and our spiritual light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now it's time for us to shine all the way through. We'll be destroying those souls. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, to multiply all of that by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, as many times as is needed. So we're multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and by everything that all the systems and the principle of multiplications and the code spoken or written, and every code is a principle and the system, and it's all through to make them all in one. Soup and the karmas and the instructions to those Souless Amma, and it's everything and the laws, rules, regulations, and everything that we multiply before that we're doing right now, that we will do so. And of course, we multiply all of that by every greeting, by our greetings, by our gratitude, every smile, and by every atom and electron of energy that we created and generated, invested, and by every second, by all of our prayers and blessings, by everything that that we did, all our good jobs, everything that we do, good things, and the Souless Amma karmas, pain and suffering for all the lies and manipulations, and the karmas we multiply for all the ceremonial rituals and any kind of voodoo or projections and magic or anything that is less than mind and our spiritual light, all those codes and gossip and anything, any kind of energy that's less than mind and our spiritual light. We return it back to the Souless Amma, or blackmailing or in any way interfering, and multiply all of that by those everything that multiply, interfering into our privacy, into identity, into our life, into a beautiful planet, humanity, wood element, air element, nature kingdom, and the sun and the moon and all the planet stars and the galaxies that they ever existed, that existing, and into them, and then multiply as many times as you multiply the Big Bang and everything after the Big Bang, 21 billion of years, and of course in infinite in the future with the speed of thought by default. And we multiply all of that with the speed of thought by default, by everything that all those Souless Amma did to create, by all the lies and manipulations that were spreading around, and all the religion and the through the religion and the public holidays or religious holidays and the governments and the systems that multiplying all the systems, health and care system, financial system, and educational system, law enforcement, and police and military, and the pharmacy, and all those systems, and everything that we eat, that we drink, that we consume, everything that we use as our entertainment or as our hygiene or cosmetic or beauty, health, and well-being, and by everything that everything we have multiplying will multiply with the speed of thought by default in a demanding command by all everything that multiply those Souless Amma in every form, and to us blessings that multiply everything in everything is mine, and us because have a light in the speed of thought by default. So now we are multiplying all of that over and over again as many times as is needed with the speed of thought by default, and returning back to the Souless Amma. Every code multiply. Every code is a system, it's a principles, and it's all the multiplication, multiply within everything. So one code multiply more energy than the energy that ever existed, that existed. So now we multiply all of that over and over again, and with the speed of thought by default, I'm commanding Sophie to Sophie and each and everything's mind and ask me to have a light with the speed of thought without mercy to multiply and activate, adapt, compress, and activate all the pain and suffering to those Souless Amma in every form, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default, well, to multiply and adapt, compress, and activate the blessing to each and everyone else and everything's mind and ask me to have a light with the speed of thought by default. Loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, let that energy. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Thank you to all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are. That's destructive energy for them. Extra ultimatum, only one, 24 with the speed of thought by default. And of course, thank you to Sophie and Sophie and Tristan and everyone that is mine and us, because I light everything that is Sophie that is by default. Thank you to all of you with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie and Tristan, my golden souls, my golden by default. Love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Love you all. And that's all from the heart and soul, ultra ultimatum all in one. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. Everything is under the command, the control of Sophie, and everything is ultra ultimatum all in one. 24 with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now send the flash to those Souless Amma. And when I say send the flash, means see the flashing golden light in, through, and around you, entire planet and entire universe. That's destructive energy for those Souless Amma. Well, it's a blessing for each and everyone else and everything. Just see it. Focus on that. If you need to, just focus on the color around me, on me. Now, my beautiful friends, let that energy flow. That's destructive energy for those Souless Amma. Some blessings for each and everyone else and everything. Now, let us send the flash. Actually, that's flash. So let us send the now fireworks to those Souless Amma. See the golden light planets. We are sending from our heart and soul, from every center of our being. We are sending the golden light planets, like everyone, everything that's mine and our spiritual life. We say, I'm sorry, the Souless Amma, I'm stopping all that, stopping every kind of interference or influence me. Well, those souls, I mean, anyway, with any kind of selfish desire that trying to influence me energetically in any way, I'm wiping out those souls. I'm sending them straight into hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought, mindful. I'm loud and clear. Now let us send the flush. And then we send them flash, now send the fireworks. See the golden lights planet, intune around entire planet. And then, of course, flushing and destroying all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Ito. Now, my beautiful friends, let that energy flow 24. Let us now break those souls Amma into the atoms and electrons. So now we're using the flash and the golden light planet to break all those souls Amma into the atoms and electrons. All the center of the power and all those souls Amma. Break them into the atoms and electrons like the fireworks for New Year. You know that how it is. You just see them, throughout the entire planet and entire universe, the center of the power, like the center, black, dark pink, green, and blue. See them as many as you like, as big as or as small as you like. It doesn't really matter. We are just generating the energy. So now, mine and aspirational light is going to direct the energy. So just see the centers in turn around. We are doing it with the internal knowledge, with intention, and of course with the focus. So now just see the energy. We see those souls, some centers, so we are destroying them. All those souls, those are the souls, some in the center of the souls, some center of the power. Those souls, some of the ever interfere, will ever try to interfere into our lives. Whatever did doing, we'll do so. We'll try to do so. All those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level, and the energy that those souls, some were creating with any kind of selfish desire. And of course, we are. At the same time, we are destroying them, breaking into atoms and electrons, and then, of course, compressing them, the pain and suffering and destructions in the form of karmas into every atom and electron they're being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. See those centers now. See them just now, just breaking them into the atoms and electrons. Now, my beautiful friends, we replace that energy with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are enlightening, healing, rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies, and each and every everything's mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. Let us now. Did you just see them destroying all those destroying all those souls, some from within and without, all those that interfere into the humanities, into our lives, and into a beautiful planet, and in the nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, and into the humanity and the air element and everything we have on this planet, water element, as into the sun and the moon and all the planet stars and the galaxies. All those souls that interfere into everything that you just mentioned with any kind of selfish desire, whatever form that we're just breaking them. All those souls are at the center of the power and turning them the karmas. Everything that just mentioned, and the multiply, of course, and then we're returning the back, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. We're wiping out all those, destroying, breaking all those souls, all those souls, gods, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators, judges, researchers, scientists, and all those soulless, SOPHIE and Chistenko, soulless Susie and Hitler, soulless Miriam and observers, soulless Tiggy and Tigika, soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atma Chetana Hussein Amchilovich, all the soulless so-called God, soulless divine mother, so father, so healer, so teacher, so guru, all those soulless all the soulless soulless saints or soulless demons and angels, soulless Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and Cabal and those deep states, kings and queens and prince and princess, and all those souls, whatever form they are, we are wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level, breaking them into atoms and electrons that ever interfere into our beautiful planet and everything that is mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought. But before we are completely breaking into atoms and electrons, just see them completely breaking them like the fireworks. And of course, we are sending them now. We are sending them straight into the planet or into the health, burn down to core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, in the name of mind and aspect shall light for the spirit of thought by default, we're breaking into the atoms and electrons, all those soulless Amma that interfere into our planet, into our lives, into the religion, into the governments, into the systems, into the all the police and military, educational system, health and care system, and pharmacy, and that we're manipulating with the pharmacy, and then those I call it pharmacomafia because those are criminals that we manipulate them with our system of health and well-being. So we're destroying all those souls, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. It's all, and then we're destroying all those souls infiltrated into the media, social media, net, internal and external, law enforcement, and all those financial system, and all the corporations and organizations and the so-called humanitarian and those fake corporations and all those projects that they were working on with any kind of selfish desire for new world order or the agenda 2021-2030, which means we are destroying those souls somewhere from within and without on a global universal level, sending straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity with the spirit of thought by any fall. Loud and clear, thanks Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. See, now we are with the spirit of thought by the fall. Ito. Now we are with the spirit of thought by the fall. It's with the spirit of thought by default. We're wiping out. I'm wiping out with the spirit of thought by default. All those soulless Amma and all the energy that projecting and informations with the spirit, with any kind of selfish desire that projecting within the energy. I'm wiping it out with the spirit of thought by default, and all those soulless Amma breaking them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and I'll speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. Now, in the name of, now with the spirit of thought by default, we are breaking to atoms and electrons, all those solids, some of that interfere into countries, into the Balkan, into the Europe, into the Turkey, Russia, US, UK, Asia, New Zealand and Australia, Canada, and Japan, Korea, and into the Africa, India, China, Russia, Ukraine, and then Russia and US and Europe, and they are those the one that dark dirty players over Ukraine they're playing. So we are stopping all that dark dirty games, and with the spirit of thought by default destroying all those soulless called Souless Amma, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default, and wherever they in between the India and Pakistan, all those soulless Amma. Now we are the starting the try to play the dark dirty games. We're stopping all of that, returning back to all those soulless Amma into a form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions for eternity, to feel the pain and suffering, to burn into hell for eternity. All those soulless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden as well. What is that truth or what is that lies that you're manipulating with the technology? But anyway, because they put it on the net, which means they were gonna get the karma, pain, and suffering instructions for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And for all the information that they put in the net that they were not true, but they were planning to create, or that they were remixing from other places, and then trying to create, and then to steal the energy from the people, and then of course create the emotions, negative emotions, steal the energy. All of that now, even if it's not true, if it was being remixed from other places, those souls are gonna get the karma, pain, and suffering the way it was, because they said it, they spread it through the net, and then they were stealing the energy. In the name of mine and now spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default, we're multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering destructions for eternity to burn into hell. All those soulless Amma, and we're destroying all those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're destroying all those soulless Amma that interfere into the underground, into the Antarctic, and of course into the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, water element, air element, I said, the sun and the moon, and throughout entire existence, wherever they are, just see those souls, and we are just breaking them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Just see that just like a fireworks throughout the entire planetary universe. So we are destroying now the vision. They're projecting the vision now to me. So we are the Souless Amma. We are burning them into the hell. We are breaking the atoms and electrons. And then all the Souless Amma and the Souless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata HEATRT, the children, all of them, we just breaking the atoms and electrons, send them straight into the hell and to burn forever for eternity. It's a karma's pain and suffering. All through ultimatum all in one, the soup of karma's pain and suffering. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is now the karma's pain and suffering. Here are the karma's pain and suffering with those Souless Amma. These are the Souless Amma. So I'm placing that's their power. All the power that they have is there. So we are destroying them. All those Souless Amma, all those dark Souless Amma that we're doing the dark, dirty rituals. We wipe out, delete, and wipe out all the rituals and return them the karma's pain and suffering with the spirit of thought by default and taking the energy that is by default with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all those Souless Amma. So now they project the image. Then project the image. Actually, projections of those Souless Amma. How the Souless, we are throwing the Souless Amma into the huge ultimate volume on the soap. They were putting them, the children and them, and I just break them into atoms and electrons. So we destroy all those Souless Amma that were using the children and the pedophile, all those pedophiles, all those Souless Amrita and Babajita and the Mira, and all those Souless Amma that were doing the rituals in order to spread the pedophilia. So I just destroy them, break them into atoms and electrons, and then send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All those Souless Amma, wherever term, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We multiply all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed, in order to wipe out all those Souless Amma in every form with the spirit of thought by default. And burn them down to the core of the existence, to regret that ever existed, and all the karmas of pedophilia and elixir of youth. So they were using it, elixir of youth that they were creating, and all of that, every crime that they created against the children. And at one time, those Souless Amma were projecting the children all the time, projecting the children in front of me, crying. I've been talking about that. I would run to them, and of course, just put a smile on their face with mine and aspirational life. Just how I would bless them, and of course, give them some sweets, and then talk to them, and I'll put a smile on their face. But we are returning to karma's pain and suffering to those Souless Amma, and multiply over and over again, as many times as is needed, and for every child cry, and every tear that everyone cried, and for every pain and suffering that ever created, each and everything, we return it, all of that back to the Souless Amma in the form of karma's pain and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. The rituals and the ceremony and projections, associations, and everything that ever created, they will try to do so. Magic, black magic, cross access spells, voodoo, or any kind of quotes, anything, any dark energy. We all of that wiping out, deleting, returning back to the Souless Amma into the form of karma's pain and suffering, distractions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And what we are taking energy that is by default with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, and of course, Teresa. Teresa used to be Teresa, so-called the mother, and the Princess Diana, and those Samrita Babaji, Mira Guruji Matrashi, they're the same Souless Amma. Souless Amma that were all. I cannot say for the Mary, but all of those are there. The way so-called humanitarian doing the humanitarian work, they were doing the dark, dirty work. They were creating the pain and suffering and the destructions, and they were stealing the children. And we are now returning them the calm as pain and suffering and destructions forever now for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. So the Teresa, she's not a mother. She is the evil. She was transgender. So and of course, and all other Souless Amma that were doing the Amrita and Babaji, and they were using the petals to create the magic, black magic, and rituals in order to spread the pedophilia. So now we all of that returning back to those all this ritual ceremony, we wipe it out, deleted, and the pain and suffering that all those, or the Diana was going into the Kenya or somewhere there into Africa to do the humanitarian work. Why? Because they were doing the actually crime and criminal against those children, and like Bill Gates are doing the so-called humanitarian work with his health and well-being project, humanitarian project, for actually foundation Bill and Melinda Gates. So that's the same that those Souless Amma were profiting in the pain and suffering of those poor children. So now it's time to send all those Souless Amma, make them poor, and send them all the calm, pain and suffering that they were projected towards each and everything with the spirit of thought by default, and wipe them out from within and without, and compress them the pain and suffering in every atom and electron they being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So now, my beautiful friends, now we are completely destroying. See them, you still see them flashing all those Souless Amma, just that I mentioned them, all of them in every form, whatever form they are. Ito, forever, everything that those Souless Amma ever did. Everything that they projected, that they did in order to do any crime or criminal on this planet and against each and every man and aspect, because I have a light to anyone that can affect us, that's man and aspect, because I have a light, that's by default. We wipe out all those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. So giving me some quotes, so that of course I've took everything in on as a whole, but of course they want to do the into details because obviously they have the cause there. So we are destroying those Souless Amma from within and without, returning the calm, pain, and suffering in every form with the spirit of thought by default. All the Souless Amma from the heaven or wherever they are that were wiping out, that were doing any kind of crime or criminal. It doesn't matter wherever they are, whatever form they are. We are not gonna forgive them. We are gonna destroy all those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought mindful. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. Everything is soul, through ultimatum, all in one. 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now let that energy flow constantly 24. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now let us not just focus on yourself. I'm going to multiply. In the name of mind and ask me shower light with the spirit of thought by default, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mind and ask me shower light with the spirit of thought by default to multiply that energy as many times as is needed, to Souless Amma calm, pain, and suffering, destructions, and to us blessings and abundance and prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, eternal life, and eternal peace and wisdom, knowledge, and the understanding. So we are taking back our power. Full power back for the spirit of thought by default. So multiply that as many times as is needed for the spirit of thought by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, everything is all through ultimatum on one with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is extra through ultimatum on one. Flash comes Souless Amma with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself. Now we are everything, all the Souless Amma that we destroy, we're just returning, replacing the energy of the energy of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default and enlighten everything. Everything in the planets and everything of humanity and everything that exists on this planet and the sun and the moon and in all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, let's just now focus on yourself. Focus on your heart, on your heart center. Just listen to your body. Now let us send the light. Let us now fill ourselves with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light within. Fill it within and without, the entire body with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light. And expand it. And let us fill up entire area where you are. Place, entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe. The entire existence we are filling up with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love and light of blessings to the center of the earth. See the center of the earth is shining brightly with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light for entire center of the earth. And then let us together fill entire inner earth. And then, of course, water element, entire water element, rivers and lakes and seas and the oceans, and entire top of the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, bird kingdom, humanity, air element, and the sun and the moon, and the entire planet, and the entire universe. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and spiritual light for the spirit of thought by default. HEATRT. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send the love light, a blessing to the moon. See the moon is shining brightly. Now, together with all of us, you're filling up the entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send the love light of blessings to the sun. The sun is shining brightly. And let us now expanding, and let us together fill entire planet and entire universe, entire existence with my golden, with the golden light of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now just see that the entire planet and entire universe, entire existence is shining brightly with the golden light of mind and spiritual light. Now, my beautiful friends, HEATRT. That's destructive energy for those souls. Some of it's blessings for each and everyone, and everything is mine and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. Now, let us now just keep the focus on yourself. Well, I'm going to sing the healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is fair by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Peaceful, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. All Souless Amma 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, everything is swayed 24 via HEATRT by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default, everything is swayed 24, via HEATRT by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 via HEATRT by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love and light, love and light, love and light, in the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is swayed by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 via HEATRT by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. So everything is swayed 24 and via HEATRT by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. Mirni putem akcija by default. With showing all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default, trying to interfere with in any way interfering into our lives, into our physical form. So in any way that they're trying to be here badly, we wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by for all those souls, Amma. And Souless Chigi, dark, dirty, psychopathic players. Who are you to tell me whether I'm going to answer on the question or not? Who are you? So the Souless Chigi, they're the Souless, dark, dirty, psychopathic players. So telling me he's trying to influence me in the physical form with him to with any kind of selfish desire. And I'm asking who is doing that? And then he said that I was answering on his question. But who are you, dark, dirty, psychopathic players? Who are you, dark, dirty creature? Who are you to tell me whether I'm going to answer on the question or not? Who are you? And demanding, commanding Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and asking light with the spirit of thought by default to check them out, all of them, all the Souless Amma, break them into the hell, into the atoms and electrons, straight out into the and send them into the hell to burn for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Who are you to tell me what I'm gonna say, whether I'm gonna listen or not? I'm gonna listen what's going on within me, and you shouldn't be there. All those Souless Amma, they're out of date many times. So I fired them many times. So you're gonna tell me what I'm gonna say. Dark, dirty, disgusting creature, you're gonna burn forever into the hell. I'm loud and clear. Ito. And in the name of mine and I'll take a shower light to this. And now, my beautiful friends, I have to act upon. I'm not gonna leave anything by chance. I'm gonna listen to the Souless Amma and then just add up everything at once, return them back into the form of karma, pain, and suffering, destroy them forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. To all those dark, dirty, disgusting, psychopathic players, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Out of date, they shouldn't be there, and they want to set up the laws, rules, and regulations and to interfere into my privacy and my identity. No, that's not going to happen. Anytime they try, they're going to multiply their karma, pain, and suffering. They're going to burn into hell. All those Souless Amma, within and without, on a global universal level. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Now, my beautiful friends, of course, I have to act upon it. I have to return them the karma, pain, and suffering, and wipe out those souls, some from within and without. In office, while I was working, when I was talking, and the Sigi was all the time manipulating, and then they were projecting the thoughts, projecting the things that, of course, that I needed to adapt, and I adapt some of them, but my way. And then, of course, they were behaving badly, but now it's time to return them the karma, pain, and suffering to all those souls, Amma. In every form, wherever time, within and without, on a global universal level. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, you need to know that To is a symbol of victory, and we all those as victory and freedom. And to those, Souless Amma is a destructive energy. Karma, pain, and suffering, returning to all those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default, while blessing ourselves and healing and rejuvenating and enlightening. And those projections that those dark, dirty, psychopathic player is projecting to me, all those souls, some of you wiping them out, burn them down to a core of their being, returning back to the souls, some wiping out, returning back to the souls, some into form of karma, pain, and suffering, destructions with the spirit of thought by default, burn them down to a core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. Destroy all those Souless Amma and all the projections, we're returning back to the Souless Amma and the dark, dirty, psychopathic player. We destroy all those Souless Amma. They want to play the dark, dirty game, and I'm returning the karma, pain, and suffering, and feeling them. So they're going to burn into hell forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought mindful. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. So those Souless Amma burning into hell. All the Souless Amma and their projections, we are returning into karma, pain, suffering, destructions with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, Toe, as I said, Toe is a symbol of victory and freedom. And of course, it's a blessing for each and everyone else, and everything is mine and ours to actually have a light with the spirit of thought by default. And it's a protection. Well, it's a destructive energy for those all this summer. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you. Now we're just listening what's going on. So now, thank you to all of you for helping us create a better future and for helping us be who we are, shine all the way through, and of course, destroy all those souls somewhere with time, whatever form there with the spirit of thought by default. So now, my beautiful friends, we are wiping out those souls, some from within and without, and then send them into the hell to burn forever and for eternity. Well, we are creating freedom and peace and joy, bliss and eternal life for all of us with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every his mind and asking to share light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you. I love you all. And thank you to especially you that follow me in my language and in English. Thank you to all of you. I love you all. And thank you for everything that you do, for your blessings, for everything, and all of you that helping and supporting us. And thank you to my beautiful golden soul, my beautiful golden manifold that's from Bosnia that supported the project today. So she invested into the project today. Thank you. I love you. And may I bless you and all the money multiplied by every money that multiplied by all the abundance and prosperity with the spirit of thought by default, and returning back to you into form of abundance and prosperity and material, physical abundance and prosperity and spiritual and great health, vitality, joy, peace, and bliss to you and your family, your friends, and each and everyone with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. So thank you to all of you. Thank you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. Thank you all. Good night. Much love and blessing. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.